Faye from Wytpod, and we have a very special guest with us today. We have Adrienne from Basecamp Legal. Adrienne, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're very, very welcome. I'm eager to hear all about you and your firm, so I'm going to roll right into it. Would you mind sharing with our listeners a little bit about yourself and your journey?
Absolutely. So I actually started when I came out of law school. I started in the litigation realm, and I quickly realized that it wasn't my forte. Uh,
Okay.
it didn't suit my personality, and there were just a whole host of reasons. But my husband and I relocated from Los Angeles to Denver in 2015. And I decided to completely flip my practice. I really wanted to help businesses be proactive with their legal journeys, because I had been in the courtroom and kind of seen where things had been going wrong.
Yeah.
And so flipped my practice, moved to Denver, and started Basecamp Legal. And we really aim to keep our clients out of the courtroom.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I don't think anybody prefers to be in the courtroom, right? Um, can you share with me a little bit about your firm?
Sure. So we are a small but mighty firm, I like to say. We're small and scrappy. We help startups in the outdoor and tech industries. We help from formation, so starting your company, to contracts, to if you've got a website, privacy policies, terms and conditions. We do some employer side counseling, so helping you bring on those people when you're expanding your company to hire. We also do fundraising. So if you are looking to raise money through like a Series Seed or a Series A, we have a securities attorney that can help you do that compliantly. And we also do intellectual property work in the realm of trademarks and copyrights. So lots of diverse practice area. We're a small team, but everybody's got their sandbox that they like to play in, and we really try to help our clients through all phases of their business.
Yeah, a little something for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's really great. What would you say differentiates your firm from another that does the same?
So I would say most of our attorneys are have more than a decade of experience under their belts. So we've seen a lot in
Yeah,
those in that time. And then also we're very approachable. We really pride ourselves on being involved in the community and active in the lots of programming around Denver Startup Week, around startups in general. And so we want our clients to feel that we're not that white shoe, stuffy law firm that you go to, and you feel like you're nervous about talking to an attorney. I think a lot of people find lawyers intimidating.
yeah.
So we really pride ourselves on being approachable.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is it fair to say that you want to have, and you do give that personal touch where somebody is comfortable enough to open up to you, share their experiences, and you understand that it's an emotional process and that you make it personal. Is that fair to say?
Yes, I mean, we leverage technology in the ways that will make us more efficient, but we really pride ourselves on that human touch and EQ, which can often be overlooked in this process. You know, when you come to a lawyer, you're going to share, as you say, some very personal things, and it has to be a very open, honest relationship so we can help mitigate risks if something does come up, if there's a sensitive employment issue, maybe a manager didn't do something correctly, or maybe, you didn't get, we have co-founders who sometimes aren't on the same page, in terms of starting the business. They have to be able to communicate that with us well, and have that open dialogue.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. And you can tell that just in talking to you that it would be very easy to talk to and very comfortable in that atmosphere. And I know how important that is in any business, but especially when it comes to legal matters. So I can see that. I could feel that through what you're saying. How do people learn about you? In other words, it's obviously a competitive market. There's a lot of law firms out there. What have you found to be your best marketing strategies to attract new clients so that you can share that with people if and when they need your services?
So a couple of ways. We find most of our clients through word of mouth, right? So, we've got a good reputation in Denver. We're very active, as I said, in the community. We engage with, I would say, power partners, in terms of financial advisors and things like that to help grow our network, and being social both in person and online. We also started a sister company called Contract Llama because we're aiming to provide some of that legal education as well as some contract templates, in a manner that is more affordable, because some people can't afford legal or don't necessarily want to engage legal, and they need it until they
Right,
need it, or they always need it earlier than they think they need it. But it's trying to help on the education piece. So we're going to be doing a lot of educational videos. There's already one out there that's like a legal trail guide to try to help people understand what they should be looking for on the
right,
legal side as they start that business. So we found, that education component is super helpful.
right. No, that's really, really good. That's excellent. I know, businesses, law firms, they all face challenges along the way in the years, of climbing the ladder to success. What would you say has been your biggest challenge thus far, and how did you overcome that?
So I like to say I'm building a business the same way my clients are building a business. And there's definitely that um, sense of camaraderie I have with them on this journey, because our law firm is 8 years old now.
Okay,
And so the first 5 years was really finding people that I could trust to help me grow organically. I think a lot of people want to grow and scale quickly. Um,
right,
and it's really oftentimes better to take that step back and really be mindful. Like, I know that I do not want to be some mid-size or larger firm. We really want to keep our team tight knit, and really focus on excellent client delivery.
right.
So that mindful growth, and keeping in mind that I have to remind myself that success is differently defined for everybody, right?
Yeah, that's so true. That's so
So
true.
I may not, it's hard in today's world, because I feel like we do chase the dollars and cents, and there's a lot of incentive to, with inflation, to raise prices or do those things. And what we really pride ourselves on is our attorneys have really excellent work-life balance. Um, I have a associate who works from her sailboat.
Wow.
Um, and just for part of the year for a couple months. I have other associates who like to be outside, and they're on volunteer ski patrol. And so, having something outside of the workplace has been huge, and keeping in mind that that can be successful too.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that philosophy because it is so true. What works for one doesn't necessarily work for the other. So it seems like you're very open to customizing as long as your employees are doing exactly what they need to do and that they're great at it. And I think that is very commendable to you, and it shows how you genuinely care about your employees, and that rolls over into how you care about your clients.
100%. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's been fun to learn that you can treat people, if you treat people as adults, and set expectations appropriately, it can really be a mutually beneficial relationship.
yeah, amen to that. I think more people need to think like you in the world because it's true. It's true, and it's very nice and refreshing to see. If I had the crystal ball that many people wish they had and they could see into the future, what's ahead for your firm? Where do you see yourself going?
Yeah, so I see potentially building kind of a twin pillar with the education for entrepreneurs and startups. As part of an education arm, we really, we have a lot of data and experience as to where businesses get flat-footed with legal. And so we really want to start pushing that education to help people understand where they can mitigate their risks early on and save themselves money and effort and stress. So I see building up the education arm part of it. And I also see continuing to I don't think we're going to add too much more to our staff. We really want to focus on providing our clients the best service that we can possibly provide and keep that sanity and work-life balance to a certain degree.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Well, Adrienne, I've really enjoyed learning about you and hearing your genuine care and concern for your firm, for your clients. And I have no doubt that you are going to be very successful and you're going to continue up that ladder of success. So I appreciate you very much taking the time to share that with our listeners. Thank you so much.
Of course, happy to be here. Thanks for
Thank
having me.
Very welcome.